Well, we do know that the strategy over the last 25 years under both Republican and Democrat administrations has not gotten us the kind of results we want. We wanted a nuclear-free Korean peninsula. That's not where we are today. North Korea continues to work on its ballistic missile program. And so, Donald Trump is inheriting the mess that was left to him by the three previous administrations.
Yeah, no, it is true. And Secretary of State Tillerson had underlined that before all of the escalation of tensions began. We've had a failed policy with North Korea for at least 20 years.
That's exactly right. That's the disappointing thing. It would have been a whole lot easier to deal with North Korea 15, 20 years ago than what it is today. I mean, right now they have some type of nuclear weapons capability. We don't know exactly what their delivery mechanisms might be and those types of things. But they don't need a huge delivery capability. Seoul is only 30 miles from the DMZ. So, the North Koreans can do a tremendous amount of damage very, very quickly.
Well, the difference this time around is that we have China allegedly or apparently on our side.
Well, that allegedly and apparently are the operative words there.
You think? Don't.
Yeah, I think, yes.
At this point, though, seriously, Pete, isn't it in their interest at this point? Because they have not dealt with this problem, and now we have a very serious problem. It's not China's fault, or it's a combination of a different confluence of reasons. But China now has motivation to actually seriously get concerned.
I think that's exactly right. Where the U.S. Was dealing with North Korea, but we really weren't dealing with them that seriously, or just trying to negotiate with them or whatever, and never getting to a deal. There really was no incentive. The incentive actually for China was, keep a little bit of, tension on the peninsula. It keeps the U.S. preoccupied with other things. But no, I think now China realizes that finally it is in their best interest to put the lid on North Korea, on their military program and those types of things, because a destabilized Korean peninsula, a destabilized Asia is not at all in their interest.
Yeah, but what are our options at this point? I mean, is this something that has to escalate into a military confrontation? Do we shoot down missiles? North Korea is promising that they're going to be doing a weekly missile test. How do we handle the situation, I guess I'm asking, without it taking us into a war, or is that inevitable?
No, I don't think a war is inevitable. I think what you have to take a look at here is, the U.S. and its allies slowly putting the screws to North Korea. Most importantly, China putting the screws to North Korea, and basically threatening this current regime and saying, you go the military option, or you continue developing your weapons, your regime will be eliminated, and most likely you'll end up dying in the confrontation. And so, the ruling family is in a pretty good position there right now, much better than their populace, and it would be in their interest to continue the current situation of where they're ruling. Put their military ambitions aside, and they can live a pretty good life. The rest of the North Koreans will have a miserable life, but the ruling class will continue to be okay.